Good morning, you guys. I am going to do a day in the life video today. Today is a really busy day, but also sort of an odd day with rentals. So I want to document how I handle everything. First rental is going out at 7 a.m. I was up at about 5:30. I'm gonna go have some coffee right now, pull myself together, and then get ready to do my first trip for the day. All right, so it's about 6:20 a.m. My Vanderhaul is the first car to go out this morning. So last night I made sure that it was washed and clean and ready to go with a full tank of gas. Now I'm just gonna grab my check-in photos and we should be all set to go. The nice thing is the renter for the Vanderhaul is a repeat renter of mine who has rented the Vanderhaul before. So that's gonna make it real nice and easy. And while I was getting ready to take photos, I had my 9 a.m. rental extend for another week, which is my blue BMW X4. So that was nice. That's one rental that is taken care of for the day and that I don't have to do, which is awesome. And I'm definitely happy for a 1 week extension that eats up the whole weekend and the following week to come. So thank you, renter. All right, off to do my check-in. So Vanderhaul rental done, and my Polaris is back. So time to check this one out and then off to the car wash. All right, so it's about 7:15 a.m. I'm in my 2 Series BMW, which came back late last night around 9:30. So I'm off to the car wash to go get this washed and ready. Hopefully, likely, it will get a rental today. And the reason why I was saying that today is kind of a weird day is because I have a lot of cars that are coming back today versus a lot of cars going out today. So I captured a lot of weekly rentals this week, but now that left me with a little bit of a weird Friday. And then there's also a bunch of other stuff going on that I think is going to affect how this weekend goes. So today's February 28th, which means we have one more day left in February this year, which falls on a Saturday. And then after that, we go into the 1st of March. And I've noticed usually the first few days of a new month are usually slow. I think that's probably because people are paying rent, they have their mortgages, they have all of their beginning of the month expenses coming up. But luckily this month, our last few days of the month landed on a weekend, which should help kind of capture more rentals than usual, or rather if the last few days landed during the weekdays. But let's kind of see how today plays out. But nonetheless, I'm going to get all my cars ready. Hopefully they will capture some bookings for the weekend and we can end the month on a strong note. And then also just pedaling back real quick to my BMW X4 that extended. I did message him this morning. He was also an interesting case. This guy originally rented my car back in January. He is from here but was living in China because his business is there. His wife was due to have their baby, so they came back so that she could deliver her baby here. They originally booked the car for about 12 days, I believe it was, and now we are all the way through February, so it's been a couple months that he's continued to extend his trip with me because of the coronavirus and they can't go back to China. So really interesting case. And I noticed that he didn't extend his trip this time, so first thing in the morning when I woke up, I messaged him right away, along with my other renters who have trips ending today, just reminding them that the cars are available for extension in case they need to keep them longer. So in this case, he did extend for another week, which was nice because that freed me up from having to deal with one more car. And like I said, I'm taking this car to the wash. These people are great rentals. The car is not very dirty overall, pretty clean, so this should be a really quick wash and to get this one ready to go. All right, guys, off to the car wash. Oh, real quick, the second thing that I wanted to mention, why I anticipate this weekend to be slightly slower, is also because we're seeing such a drop in the stock market. I believe it's actually one of the biggest drops since 2008 that we're experiencing, so a little bit of a correction going on. And I do believe, I like to think that markets affect other markets, and I think that we're going to feel the effects of what's going on with the stock market with how this weekend pans out on Turo as well. So That's my inclination to think that, but let's see what really happens. It's about 8:30 now. My next rental is not till 11, so when I have a couple of hours of downtime, this is what I do right here. I have my notebook, my laptop, and I sort of take care of anything that is pending. For example, today I need to submit my supplement for my Vanderhall that was in an accident. I need to submit some paperwork on a fair claims arbitration that I have going on right now for my Tesla Model S that was totaled. And then just anything else that I'm working on right now. We're working on developing a new company, so really getting pen to paper on that, making sure that, you know, I have a plan in place and things are being executed in the way that they need to be, and just really planning out my day, planning out my week, planning out my months. And I like to always kind of step back and think, okay, February is ending, like anything I need to do before the month ends, and going into March, what needs to happen in March. And in both work and in personal, I think I mentioned my sister's getting married, so I have a ton of stuff on my plate for the wedding. So I really like to take the downtime that I have, the couple hours that I have, to get everything into perspective, you know, put a spreadsheet to it if I can, and get things taken care of and just make sure that everything is in motion that needs to be in motion. So I'm gonna finish my coffee, get on my computer, and get some work done while I wait for my next rental. Next rental of the day, it is 10:50 a.m. Kind of cool because this renter is actually a neighbor of mine. So that's pretty neat, and he's rented on Turo many times before, all 5-star rentals. This is my 4 Series BMW that is getting ready to go out. It is all nice and clean. I actually got this one ready yesterday, so it's kind of nice to get all your cars ready ahead of time. That way on the day of, you're not really scrambling around or trying to rush through getting the cars ready. So I'm about to do this handoff, and then I have a nice break after this, and I'm going to just kind of relax and get some work done. Okay, so just kidding about the relaxing part. I decided to do an oil change on the Corvette and to continue practicing my oil change skills, which I will document in a separate video. It's 11 a.m. and might as well get an oil change done. All right, so it's 5 p.m. and I just picked up my Corvette from a John Wayne rental. And this one was nice because the renters were actually staying at a hotel nearby and weren't departing just yet. So they asked if I could pick up the car from the hotel. And I'm more than happy to accommodate that, especially when the hotel is within the direct vicinity of the airport. In fact, it actually makes it easier to pick up from the hotel than the airport. So they were super happy that I was willing to come to them at the hotel instead of the airport. And in situations like that, I feel like you should always accommodate such small requests. It makes people happy, so it should make for a good review. It is 5 p.m., so I am headed to the car wash now. This car actually surprisingly does not have another booking. Like I mentioned, I think that this is going to be a slow weekend because of the different factors. So I don't know. It's been weird. I've got 0 bookings today, which is odd for a Friday. And I mean 0 new bookings coming in today. So let's see how the rest of the weekend pans out. I'll keep you guys posted. So that Corvette that I just picked up, I realized while I'm at the car wash that the seats are scratched pretty bad. Probably from having keys in the pocket, or maybe a zip or a button on the pants. So I'm gonna have to see if I can claim this. Just to give you an idea, the scratches are quite large on the seats, and I don't even think that can really be repaired, but we'll have to find out. All right guys, so it is about 6:30 and my X4 just came back from a trip. These people were so awesome. I have to show you guys how spotless this car came back. They got it washed and clean and literally brought it back as clean as I gave it to them, which is So rare. I almost never see that. But the carpets, the floor mats, everything, just absolutely spotless, which is amazing. Makes me so happy. And it's in perfect condition. So another rental down for the day, one more to go. Finally finishing up my last 2 cars of the night. My Jeep just came back and so did my C300, and I had to finish the night off with a bang because my C300 got rear-ended. Really minor, not the renter's fault. You can barely see a few little nicks and scratches right above the license plate. My renter was so awesome because he actually went out of his way, contacted the third party's insurance company, filed the claim. He had called me right away, right when it happened. It was a 4-car sort of domino effect accident, and he, thank goodness, was the last car, so he had the least amount of impact. And so he went ahead and filed the insurance claim, and they actually already got the estimate over to me. So the rental just came back, and there's really nothing that I have to do. I just have to get in touch with the insurance company and accept the offer and have them send me the check in the mail for the damages. So just goes to show you that there are some really awesome people out there who actually really do care. This renter was cool because he was actually also another neighbor of mine. So he just fully took care of the situation A to Z. He was super thorough, was so organized, sent me all the info, and did all the legwork. So that was awesome. But that is what a day could look like when you are doing Turo full time and you have a fleet of cars. And this is really what it takes. So you really have to have the stamina, the hustle to just keep going and making sure that you're getting everything handled. Of course, not every single day is as busy as this, and there are other days that are busier than this. So you just have to take it day by day, be organized, and be ready to go. But this is kind of what it takes. And on that note, I am done for the night. Car wash is not open, so these cars will get a wash in the morning so that they can hopefully fulfill some potential bookings that I get over the weekend. And I am going to call it a night as it's been a long day. So those are sort of the handful of things that I experienced throughout the day. Hope you guys enjoyed watching a day in the life of what it takes when you have a handful of cars, or if you're trying to do a fleet of cars on Turo. As always, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Saimah. This is Saimah's Experience. And if you like this channel, be sure to show your support and subscribe. And as always, do send me your questions and comments. Bye, guys.